Um, Speaking of launches,
Mm-hmm.
what's this Xbox launch doing for you?
Fucking nothing.
What's it doing for anyone? Do we have yes, we have the launch list. I don't know. I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember off the top of
I
my head.
scanned it before we came on today.
I'm going to take a look. I try not to do this. I try to come with my shit together, but Xbox Series X launch titles, because we're going to look at these. And
All
we're
right,
gonna
I want everyone at home to play the safest drinking game ever with me here, and that is take a shot when you hear an exclusive.
Okay. All right. So we've got Assassin's Creed Valhalla,
Mm-hmm. Multiplat AF.
multiplayer, yeah, Fortnite on everything in the world, as we've said.
Which I mean, it's going to be cool to see it get the ray tracing into 4K 60 and all that stuff. So
Sure.
I'm not downing that one.
No, honestly, I mean, I'm not downing any of these. I'm just
Right. No, I normally would be like Fortnite,
yeah,
but no, it's like cool.
yeah, it's just like what's moving systems. Fortnite, NBA 2K21,
Mm-hmm.
Dirt 5.
Mm-hmm.
No. What's Bright Memory? I don't even know this.
I have no idea.
Kind of like a gritty first-person version of Devil May Cry. As far I don't know if this is. Nothing indicates whether this comes out on anything else here.
Yeah.
Marvel's Avengers.
Thank God.
This is an exclusive. Tetris Effect Connected.
Oh yeah.
It's a special version of Tetris Effect.
No, that is exclusive.
Yeah, take a shot. Observer System Redux.
Mm-mm.
Psychological horror.
No, that's just a
expanded version of a PC game.
Mm-hmm. Or no, I mean it's on the current gen consoles too.
Yeah. The Falconeer.
Mm-hmm. That's everywhere.
Yep. Watch Dogs Legion.
Mm-hmm.
Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Which I guess in this instance you could consider that a timed exclusive.
Yeah.
Just because even though the PS4 version is coming out, the PS4 enhanced version is not coming out until like March.
Yeah. So that's the closest. That and Tetris Effect Connected are the closest we got to exclusives here. And I'm sorry, I know the Yakuza games are well loved by a certain segment of people, not system sellers.
I mean, especially when I can still buy it on my PS5.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
just playing it slightly lesser.
Yeah, exactly.
Resolution,
Yeah. And then smart delivery optimized for Series X.
Right.
Gears 5, Gears Tactics, Forza 4, Sea of Thieves, Ori and Will of the Wisps. That's it. I mean,
so at launch, people are playing pretty much just versions of games that they already had or already could have had.
Yeah, or in the newest games, like Valhalla, like is that coming out? That's cross-gen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, and not to show on cross-gen, it's necessary, but that's not going to move systems. It's like, oh man, to play the best version of the new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, exactly. No. And again, it's multiplat. So even if
I'll tell you right now what happened. They were betting on that Halo.
Yeah.
That same Halo that lost another creative director in the past week.
With that, and this is my understanding of it, and this is all rumor and innuendo and not at all me having any industry insights. But when they brought the guy, I can't remember his name, but he was a guy from Bungie that worked on the original Halo games. When he came over, he kind of made that guy redundant. That's my understanding of it, and not me digging hard into it.
I just say it doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't look good anyway. I mean, it literally doesn't look good. We've seen it. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
It's again, we've talked about this, and I don't want to harp on it too much, but even if this was there, you would have sold your Halo people, but your Halo people are already buying this motherfucker anyway. Even if it was there, it doesn't look that good. Open world Halo is not the game changer that they thought it was when they started developing that game.
And I hate to say it, but there's not even as many Halo people as there used to be, because they've had like Halo 5 Guardians, which everyone kind of shat on.
Yeah.
So you don't have the goodwill there that you used to.
People largely have not cared about Halo since Bungie stopped making it.
Yeah.
I mean, it has its fans. You know, my buddy Dan is a big fan of it, but even he was just like, it's coming out cross-platform. I'm probably just going to buy it on the Xbox One.
Yeah. Or, you know, I'll play it on my PC if it gets good reviews.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll play it one way or the other because it's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
You know, but how much do I care? I don't.
Yeah. So as much as I hate to say it, because like I said, I don't want to regret my purchase of the PlayStation 5, and I'm sure I won't. But I want Xbox to knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
Like I want this to be I want there to be real competition.
Yeah.
Like,
and they have the problem is they have every opportunity to be.
Mm-hmm.
They absolutely if they had not made so much dumb fucking bullshit decisions going into the Xbox One, coming off the 360, the Xbox One was a good piece of tech. You know, it was decent. It was a little bit lagging because they took money out of it to put a fucking Kinect in the box. But if they hadn't done that, they would have made something as equally as powerful as the PS4, and it wasn't even the power that got people off of it. It wasn't I'm sure a few people were like, that's a little underpowered, but it was all the other bullshit. You know? It was bullshit that was gone by the time that thing hit market. But it had already left the taste in people's mouth being like, I don't want that.
And I mean, of course, their exclusive lineup wasn't great last gen.
No.
So they just bought up, every studio that would take money.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out for them. I hope it goes well. Otherwise, I'm kind of afraid that they're just all going to become rares, and they'll be making Kinect Adventures 2.
Bethesda has so much IP that's going to be big going forward, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that you're going to be in a rare situation there. I don't know. We talked about that on a video that never got released.
Right.
But sorry about that.
Just 2 hours of my life wasted.
It wasn't wasted. We had a great time. But I mean, they're not even fully committing to making Bethesda games exclusives.
Right. And
a lot of that is that they do have things that are slotted to go on to the next consoles. To go on PlayStation, but like, if you had any balls, you would have just been like, no, fuck you. You want these games? I mean, that would have maybe pissed a bunch of people off. But
I mean, on those two, I don't think it's gonna matter.
Yeah.
No one was like, no, Ghostwire Tokyo is not coming to the Xbox.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun game probably.
Yeah.
It's not gonna push units.
That or Deathloop. But they have to make, the point of doing this is to be like the next Doom or Quake or whatever the hell comes out from id Software, that's ours. The next Elder Scrolls, Starfield, that's ours.
No, even Todd Howard has last week, I think, said, I can't see a future where Elder Scrolls is Xbox exclusive. So I don't think the move is that they're planning on making it exclusive. I think they're just wanting it for Game Pass more than they're wanting it for the Xbox exclusivity.
That's just weird.
It's weird, but also, I don't know. That kind of makes sense.
I mean, that's the Minecraft
But what if that was like
business
part of the
model.
deal? What if like Bethesda was like, yeah, we'll work for you, but we still are going to put our games everywhere.
Then I don't see the point in buying it and buying the studio outright instead of being like, okay, well, can we strike this deal where we give you this much money and everything you do goes to Game Pass?
Right, and that would have been the play if these games aren't going to be Xbox and PC exclusive.
Yeah, I think they have to be, and I think if Todd Howard is saying shit like that, then I can't see a future where Todd Howard stays with Bethesda very much longer, and that might be a good future.
That's an exciting timeline.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I mean, they spent $7.5 billion on your ass. They didn't do that to not make money.
Mm-hmm.
And now they might, exclusivity might not be where they see their money at, but I think that's a dumb play. And I'm not the one who really advocates for exclusivity. Honestly, I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm tired of the whole console back and forth the exclusivity thing, like PC Master Race shit. But like,
unfortunately, it has to exist.
Yeah, it does.
It's just
it does to justify doing the consoles at all.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you just have one mega console.
Yeah, and like, and if you're not going to do things like that, because the whole point is for you to move specific consoles.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get that, that's part of the whole loop. It's part of the whole business model, because they're wanting exclusives to sell consoles to sell other games on that console, because they're largely not making a profit, and if they are, it's razor thin on hardware. Mm-hmm. And that's how you get to have powerful gaming computers, which is all these are, at a reasonable price. But I mean, now that I've given you the whole run of how video games work,
welcome to video games.
Welcome to video games. But I don't know. I think the Bethesda purchase is weird.
Mm.
It's only gotten weirder the more time I thought about it. I was kind of excited about it whenever it happened, to an extent. Not like, oh, this is a great thing, but I was like, this is wild. And now I'm just like, this is. I don't see the business model.
Right, and we have to. Yeah, again, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Yeah. And find out what the play is,
like,
or if they're just throwing.
I thought the more big moves Microsoft made, the closer I would be to being like, I see the direction.
Yeah.
And like, the bigger the moves they make, the more moves they make, the closer we get to launch, the more I'm just like, what are we doing?
Yeah. It's like when they bought Obsidian, I was like, I guess they want to make a Fallout killer. And it's like, then they buy Bethesda. It's like, I guess they want to make a Fallout.
Yeah. Maybe they'll let Obsidian make a good Fallout again.
That'd be so rad if they worked hand in hand, just like.
No, they're just like, hey, Bethesda, you don't have this anymore. The people that can make.
You just work on that. You just work on that Elder Scrolls and that Starfield bullshit. We got this.
They can just pluck an IP and move it over to whoever they want. That's the way it is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's something in their contract.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Microsoft could officially just come up and be like, this is my Fallout team.
But they bought them outright.
We saw what you did with the last one.
Yeah. They bought them outright. They didn't just buy like a controlling stake, right?
Right. No, they own
they
Bethesda.
Full on them. So they own the IP. They own. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the point. That's what's worth $7.5 billion. That's what's worth twice the Star Wars. Which I have to emphasize, they paid almost twice as much as Disney paid for Star Wars.
Yeah. Or the way I look at it is what they paid for Star Wars and Marvel combined.
Yes. So yeah, they should be able to just be like, let's take this game here and give it to developers that are good at making that game. And I have like, so does everything Bethesda owns, is that still like structured under Bethesda? Like, does id still answer to Todd Howard?
Hmm.
I don't know if they ever answered to Todd Howard. They were under the ZeniMax umbrella.
Right,
But
right.
like,
I would assume they went to someone in Cinemax instead of Todd Howard.
yeah, yeah.
So I would assume that anything that.
So, but now, like theoretically, it shouldn't have anything
Right.
to do with Bethesda folks, because all
So
Bethesda was doing.
Yeah, because they could break id completely away from Bethesda. It's like, no, you're your own division now. You have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. That's another interesting thought piece, really.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like
now we can see even more games with the id Tech engine too.
Ooh.
That is a huge asset.
What if they bought them for the engine?
I don't think they spent $7.5 million for id Tech, but
I mean, if Unreal was up for grabs and Sony was like, yes.
yeah, maybe.
I will buy Unreal 5.
But probably
6.
not for $7.5 million.
Right.
But yeah, that is definitely an asset they have now too.